Hey kids, it's Becca. Welcome to my first video lesson for Children's Church. I know how much you love your YouTube videos, but this is something new for me, so I hope I can make you proud. Today I want to talk to you about feeling afraid and how Jesus wants us to share our fears with Him because He cares for us. Later in the video, we're going to do an experiment. If you want to do it with me, you'll need the following: a clear container like a vase or drinking glass, a tray or pan, baking soda, and vinegar. You should pause the video now and ask an adult in your house to help you get these materials together. Also, make sure you ask them to help you with the experiment because we might make a mess. Before we start our lesson, I want to tell you how much I missed all of you last Sunday, and I'm sorry we couldn't be together. Even though we aren't at church and we can't do everything we would normally do, I would like to do some of the things we do in Children's Church. As you know, we would start out with a snack and take prayer requests. We can't have our snack together, but we can still pray for each other. Leave your prayer requests in the comments so everyone watching can pray for you. The next thing we do is have our lesson, and today I want to talk to you about fear, about being afraid. There are a lot of strange and confusing things happening in our world right now that you may not understand. You are probably going through a lot of changes in your everyday life, and this can make us afraid. It's okay to be afraid. In fact, it's very normal to feel fear. I'm sure you talk to the people around you about being afraid, whether that's your mom or dad, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, your brother or sister, or a friend. However, there's someone else you can talk to about your fears. Whenever you're afraid, you can talk to Jesus. The Bible tells us in 1 Peter 5:7, "Give all your worries to Him because He cares for you." Jesus wants us to tell Him about our fears, and He wants to help us. The Bible verse uses the word all. Jesus wants to know about anything that is making us feel afraid, no matter what it is. Let's get ready for our experiment that will show you what it looks like when we ask Jesus to help us with our fears. Get a pan or a tray like I have here. Then get a clear container like a vase or this glass. Put the vase in the pan or tray. You'll need to do this so you don't make a big mess. You could also put the container in your sink if you don't have a pan or tray. You'll also need your baking soda and vinegar. The container represents you. First, we're going to take our baking soda. This represents our fear. As we pour our fear into the container, you may have a different amount than I do. That's okay, because we all fear different things, and there are times when we're more afraid than others. After you put the baking soda in your container, get the vinegar. This bottle of vinegar represents Jesus. Let's pour the vinegar in the container and see what happens to our fears. Wow! As you can see, when we add the vinegar, it pushes the baking soda out of the container. This is like Jesus pushing out our fears. There still might be some baking soda left in your container, but that's okay because we are people and we usually always carry a little fear with us. And that's okay too, because we can talk to Jesus anytime we're afraid. With all the weird things happening, remember you have a lot of people in your life you can talk to. But you can also always talk to Jesus. You can ask Him to take away your fear. You can ask Him to help you feel better. You can even pray for other people when you know they're afraid. Remember, the Bible tells us to give all our worries and fears to Jesus because He cares for us. I care for you too, and I love you all. I'd like for you to pray for me to not feel afraid. If I can pray for you to feel less afraid or pray for something else, please let me know in the comments. Hopefully, we'll see each other very soon.